Hello again, friends. Welcome back to Confirmation Digital Ministry. This is another bonus lesson. This is for the weekend of Halloween, the Wednesday of October 27th. We had our trunk or treat event here at the Trinity parking lot, and so Confirmation helped serve with that event. If you're doing the digital confirmation or attending on Sunday, this will be the lesson that will follow. To kind of go along with that. So here we are. I want to start, I want to ask you a question. I want you to think about a time in your life when you got something you didn't deserve. In a good way. When you got something and you felt like you didn't deserve that. Whether it was a thing or a compliment or someone did something for you. I don't know. Take a moment to think about that. So I want you to pause. Press pause. Think about that. Tell someone about it. Talk to mom, dad, or family member. Okay? All right. Let's carry on. Click play. Okay, so you've thought of a time when you experienced something you didn't deserve. Well, I thought about that too. I thought of a time, it was shortly after I had finished college, and I maybe had started working professionally as a youth director, or I might have still been working part-time. I can't quite remember, but the point is I didn't really have any money, and I needed a new pair of tennis shoes. And my birthday was coming up, and my now wife, we were dating at the time, she bought me a pair of really nice running shoes. And I just remember feeling like I didn't deserve that because I couldn't afford it, and they were nicer than anything I would have bought for myself. And it was a really nice thing for her to do at the time. So, just a small thing, but I just remember that feeling of like, I don't deserve this. You know, who am I? Who am I? Why should I get these shoes? And maybe you had that reaction too when someone did something for you or said something to you or gave you something that you didn't deserve. Maybe you felt like, who am I? Like, I don't deserve this. They shouldn't have this. Or, maybe you had that feeling of like you didn't live up to it kind of thing. All right, so with that in mind, here's what I want you to do. In a second, we're going to pause again, and I want you to go watch a video. In last week's lesson, I introduced you to the Skit guys, and we're going to watch another Skit guys video. This is called Grace. We just don't get it. Okay, so that's what the screen of the video looks like. If you go on YouTube and search Grace, we just don't get it, Skit guys, I want you to watch it. It's about a 9-minute video. They have live versions of it and a couple, other recorded ones. But go watch that, then come back here. We're gonna wrap up together in just a second. So pause. Watch Skit guys. Grace. We just don't get it. When you're done, come back together. Click. Okay. So that was the video. And you can see why I asked if you could think of something that you don't deserve, because this is true in our lives as people of faith, as followers of Jesus. It's true every day. It's not just about tennis shoes or compliments or whatever. It's about our relationship with God. And we often feel like, or I guess I often feel like, we don't deserve God's grace. We just don't get it. We think, or I think, I needed to do something to feel deserving. I should have been more presentable. I should have chosen different words or been more patient, or if I could have been more, done more, said more, only then could I receive. And I wonder if we do that to ourselves. And that's kind of what the Skit guys are wondering too, of why do we feel like we have to do things or become something before we come to God? When in fact God has already come to us and said, you are my child, you are enough, and you are loved. And that's grace. It's totally undeserved. It's God's grace. It's beyond measure, and we can't understand it, and we don't deserve it, but God gives it to us freely. It's pretty cool. As a reminder that I want to walk through the Faith 5. We worked on it last week. So you talk about your highs and lows, share your highs and lows together. Read. I have scripture for you. So this is from the Bible, and it's from the New Testament again, near the end. Ephesians chapter 2. That's the big 2. Here we are, big 2. And this is a beautiful couple of verses. Chapter 2, verse 8 and 9. All right. It says, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is the gift of God." It's beautiful. Hear that one more time. "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is the gift of God, not the result of works, so that no one may boast." Friends, that's the good news wrapped up in a little nutshell right there. So, Faith 5, read that scripture. Talk about how those things connect. Your highs and lows, the video you watched, that Bible verse. And then to wrap up, pray for one another. Pray for your highs and lows, or pray for people that you know are in need, or hurting, or struggling, grieving. And thank God for the blessings that you have, and for God's grace and love and abundance in everything. And lastly, share a blessing with one another. Again, forehead, make a sign of the cross. You could do it on the back of your hand, or you could just hold hands too. That'd be fine. But say, you could say that verse as a reminder. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and you could use the person's name. So if you were saying it to me, you might say, "Chris, for by grace you have been saved through faith." And then amen. Okay? So that's your time together this week. Skit Guy's video, Faith 5, thinking about things we don't deserve, and yet are beautiful and change our lives. So be well, take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.